Australia is a continent sculpted by extremes, a vast, ancient land where the very earth seems to pulse with elemental power. Here the sun-baked red deserts stretch to the horizon, their ochre sands shimmering beneath a merciless sky. Towering sandstone monoliths like silent sentinels rise from the arid plains, casting long shadows across a landscape shaped by wind and time. In the heart of the continent the air vibrates with heat and the ground cracks open, thirsting for rain that may not come for years. The climate here is a study in contrasts, searing heat waves that bake the land, followed by sudden bone-chilling cold that sweeps in with the night. Rain is rare and unpredictable, arriving in torrential bursts that transform the landscape in a matter of hours. In these moments, dry riverbeds, known as creeks, become raging torrents, carving new paths through the desert. Yet for most of the year, the land is parched, and only the most resilient survive. Survival in Australia is a relentless test of adaptation. Every plant and animal has evolved ingenious strategies to endure the continent's unforgiving cycles. During drought, life retreats. Frogs burrow deep into the cool earth, seeds lie dormant beneath the sand, and reptiles slow their metabolism to conserve precious energy. When the rains finally arrive, the transformation is explosive. Wildflowers erupt in a riot of color, insects swarm, and animals emerge from hiding to feast and breed in the brief abundance. The red centre, with its seemingly barren sands and rocky outcrops, conceals a secret world teeming with life. Beneath the surface, animals carve intricate tunnels to escape the searing sun, emerging only in the cool of dusk. Plants here are masters of conservation. Some, like the mulga, have leaves coated in wax to reduce water loss, while others store moisture in the swollen roots or fleshy stems. Every adaptation is a testament to the fierce competition for survival. Water is the currency of life in Australia's deserts. Plants send roots deep into the ground, tapping hidden aquifers far below the surface. Some animals, like the red kangaroo, can survive for weeks without drinking, extracting every drop of moisture from their food. Others, such as the thorny devil, have evolved grooves in their skin to channel rainwater directly to their mouths. Every drop is precious, and every adaptation is a marvel of evolutionary ingenuity. In the eucalyptus woodlands, fire is both destroyer and creator. Many plants have evolved to not only withstand fire, but to depend on it. Some seeds require the intense heat of a blaze to crack open and germinate. After the flames pass, the land is reborn with astonishing speed. Charred trunks sprout fresh leaves, and a flush of green sweeps across the ash-strewn ground. Animals return, drawn by the promise of new food and shelter. The fauna of Australia have learned to live with fire's dual nature. Some species, like the agile wallaby, sense the faintest whiff of smoke and flee to safety. Others, such as certain birds of prey, exploit the chaos, hunting in the aftermath when prey is exposed and vulnerable. The cycle of destruction and renewal is woven into the fabric of life, driving adaptation and resilience. Australia's long isolation has given rise to a caste of extraordinary creatures found nowhere else on Earth. Marsupials, like kangaroos and koalas, nurture their young in protective pouches, while monotremes, the platypus and echidna, lay eggs, a trait inherited from ancient ancestors. Each species is a living relic, perfectly honed to its environment by millions of years of evolution. From the emerald canopies of tropical rainforests to the snow-dusted peaks of the Australian Alps, from coastal wetlands alive with bird song to the labyrinthine mangroves and vibrant coral reefs, each ecosystem presents its own set of challenges. This relentless pressure has driven a dazzling diversity of life, with species evolving remarkable forms and behaviours to survive and thrive in their chosen habitats. To truly understand Australia is to witness the ceaseless interplay between land and life. A never-ending story of adaptation, resilience, and the extraordinary power of nature to shape and be shaped by its inhabitants. Here, adaptation is not merely a way of life, it is the only constant in a world defined by change, where every living thing is a testament to the ingenuity and tenacity of evolution. In the vast, sun-scorched expanse of central Australia, where the land is painted in hues of ochre and rust, Life is a relentless contest for survival. The desert's extremes, searing heat by day, chilling cold by night, and a scarcity of water, demand extraordinary adaptations. Among the most remarkable inhabitants of this arid realm is the thorny devil lizard, a creature whose every feature is a testament to the power of evolution and the art of deception. The thorny devil's body is a fortress of sharp conical spikes, each one a deterrent to would-be predators. These formidable spines, covering its head, back and tail, are not merely for show. They serve as a physical barrier, making the lizard difficult to swallow or attack, and their irregular pattern disrupts the outline of its body, enhancing its camouflage among the stones and scrub of the desert floor. Yet the spikes conceal another more subtle adaptation. Along the lizard's skin run intricate grooves, invisible to the untrained eye, which act as channels for precious water. In the cool dawn, when dew forms on the desert surface, these grooves collect and direct the moisture, drawing it by capillary action toward the lizard's mouth. This evolutionary innovation allows the thorny devil to harvest water from the faintest traces of humidity, bypassing the need to seek out open water sources, a rare commodity in its environment. The thorny devil's behavior is finely tuned to maximize this adaptation. It often remains perfectly still at dawn, allowing dew to settle and accumulate on its body. Every droplet is guided along the labyrinth of grooves, ensuring that not a single molecule of water is wasted. This stillness also serves a dual purpose, making the lizard less conspicuous to predators during vulnerable moments. When threatened, the thorny devil employs a remarkable defensive strategy. It lowers its true head and presents a false head, a bony protuberance at the back of its neck. This evolutionary decoy confuses predators, drawing attacks away from vital organs. The illusion is so convincing that many attackers are deceived, allowing the lizard to escape with its life. The thorny devil's diet is a marvel of specialization. It feeds almost exclusively on ants, consuming thousands in a single day. This dietary focus is supported by a highly adapted tongue, long, sticky and lightning fast, perfect for snatching up its tiny prey. The lizard positions itself beside bustling ant trails, remaining motionless for long periods, then flicks out its tongue with precision, capturing ants one by one. This patient, energy-efficient hunting method is essential in a landscape where food is unpredictable and energy must be conserved. Movement in the desert is a calculated risk. The thorny devil moves with deliberate slowness, minimizing exposure to predators and conserving energy. During the hottest hours, it seeks refuge in the scant shade provided by rocks or low shrubs, reducing the risk of overheating. Its metabolism slows and it remains inactive, waiting for the temperature to drop before resuming its search for food. Camouflage is the thorny devil's silent ally. Its mottled coloration, shades of brown, yellow and red, mirrors the desert substrate, rendering it nearly invisible to both predators and prey. The lizard's jerky, stop-start gait mimics the flickering shadows cast by wind-blown vegetation, further enhancing its disguise. This cryptic behavior is a product of countless generations of natural selection, favoring those individuals best able to avoid detection. Vigilance is constant. The thorny devil's eyes, set high on its head, provide a wide field of vision, allowing it to scan for movement in all directions. Every sense is attuned to the subtlest changes in its environment, shifts in light, vibrations in the sand, the scent of approaching danger. This perpetual alertness is vital, for in the desert threats can appear without warning. In this world of extremes, the thorny devil is a master of survival. Its suite of adaptations, armor, camouflage, water-harvesting skins, specialized diet, and deceptive defenses are the result of millennia of evolutionary refinement. Each strategy is a response to the relentless pressures of the desert, where only the most ingenious endure. The thorny devil does not merely persist in this harsh environment, it flourishes, a living testament to the power of adaptation and the subtle art of desert deception. The mulga snake, a formidable predator, glides through the red sand, hunting with precision. Its venom is potent, its scent is sharp, and its movements are calculated. This snake is a master of stealth, making it a top hunter of lizards, mammals, and even other snakes. It uses its keen sense of smell to track down prey, following the faintest scent trails left in the sand. Today it targets the thorny devil, approaching with caution. Aware of the lizard's spiky defenses, the mulga snake knows that a single misstep could mean a painful encounter. The thorny devil freezes, relying on its remarkable camouflage to blend seamlessly with the desert landscape. Its spiny exterior is not just for show, it's a formidable defense mechanism. The lizard also has a unique trick up its sleeve, a false head on the back of its neck to confuse predators. This adaptation can make the difference between life and death. A tense standoff unfolds, venom versus armor, instinct versus deception. The mulga snake must decide whether to strike or retreat, weighing the risks and rewards. In the desert, such encounters are daily tests of adaptation. Every creature has evolved unique strategies to survive in this harsh environment. The mulga snake's presence keeps prey vigilant, forcing them to constantly be on the lookout for danger. This constant state of alertness shapes their behavior and evolution. The interactions between predator and prey are intricate and complex, influencing the balance of the entire desert ecosystem. Here, survival is a constant contest, and even the hunter must beware. The desert is an unforgiving place where only the most adaptable thrive. In this land, roles can reverse in an instant. The hunter can become the hunted, and every day is a battle for survival. In the relentless sun-scorched expanse of the Australian outback, every shadow and whisper of movement signals a potential threat. The mulga snake, a master of patience and precision, lies coiled in the brittle grass, its scales blending seamlessly with the ochre earth. Each muscle is taut, its tongue flickering to taste the air, searching for the faintest trace of prey. The snake's eyes, unblinking and focused, track the subtle vibrations beneath the ground, attuned to the delicate rhythms of life and death that pulse through this unforgiving land. The dry grass rustles softly as the mulga snake inches forward, its body undulating with silent intent, every movement calculated to avoid detection by both prey and predator alike. Yet as the snake prepares to strike, the balance of the hunt is shattered. From the tangled underbrush, a new force enters the scene, the Parenti goanna, a colossal monitor lizard whose presence radiates power and menace. Its heavy limbs move with surprising grace, claws digging into the parched soil as it advances, each step deliberate and silent. The goanna's forked tongue flicks out, sampling the air for chemical cues, its acute senses piecing together the invisible story of the hunt unfolding before it. The Parenti is a patient tactician, an apex opportunist whose survival depends on reading the landscape and its inhabitants with uncanny accuracy. It has been tracking the mulga snake for some time, its movements slow and measured, careful not to betray its presence. The goanna's eyes, sharp and unyielding, never leave the snake, analyzing every twitch and ripple in the grass. It waits, poised at the edge of action, knowing that a single misstep could cost it the advantage. In a flash, the stillness erupts into violence. The goanna explodes from its cover, launching itself with astonishing speed and force. The mulga snake, caught mid-hunt and momentarily distracted, reacts instinctively. Its body coils and strikes, but the goanna's timing is impeccable. Powerful jaws clamp down on the snake's midsection, pinning it with crushing force. The snake thrashes, its body twisting in a desperate attempt to break free, but the goanna's grip is unyielding, its muscles rippling with raw strength. The struggle is intense, a flurry of scales and dust as predator and prey battle for supremacy. The mulga snake's tactics shift from offense to defense, its fangs seeking any vulnerable spot, but the iguana's armored hide and relentless pressure leave little hope. Within moments, the snake's resistance falters. The goanna's crushing bite severs vital muscles, and the snake's movements slow, then cease. The contest, though fierce, is over almost as soon as it began, a testament to the brutal efficiency of the goanna's ambush strategy. Just meters away, the thorny devil lizard remains a silent observer, its spiny body perfectly camouflaged against the sandy terrain. It does not move, relying on its remarkable stillness and cryptic coloration to avoid detection. In this moment of chaos, the thorny devil's survival tactic is to become invisible, trusting that patience and concealment will keep it safe from the violence that has erupted nearby. For the victorious goanna, the mulga snake is more than a meal. It is a hard-won prize, a source of vital energy in a landscape where every calorie counts. The goanna's jaws work methodically, tearing through flesh and bone, consuming its prey with the efficiency honed by countless generations of survival. Each bite is a triumph, a reward for patience, strength, and tactical mastery. Satiated, the goanna retreats to a sunlit rock, its belly distended with the spoils of victory. Here it basks in the warmth, absorbing energy and allowing its body to digest the substantial meal. This rare moment of respite is hard-earned, a brief pause in the endless cycle of pursuit and evasion that defines life in the outback. The ambush and its aftermath ripple through the ecosystem. The sudden removal of a mulga snake shifts the balance among smaller prey, while the goanna's success reinforces its role as a top predator. Each encounter, each tactical decision shapes the intricate web of relationships that bind the outback's inhabitants together. In this wild theatre, power is never static. Every encounter is a contest of skill, timing, and instinct, where the outcome can change in a heartbeat. The tactics of predator and prey evolve with each confrontation, driving the relentless arms race that defines the natural world. The goanna's opportunism is crucial to the ecosystem's health. By preying on snakes and other animals, including smaller predators, it helps regulate populations, preventing any one species from dominating and ensuring a dynamic, ever-changing balance. Across the outback, every animal is alert, every sense attuned to the constant threat of ambush. Adaptation is the key to survival, and those who can read the land, anticipate danger, and exploit opportunity are the ones who endure. The cycle of predator and prey is unending, a perpetual drama that shapes the destinies of all creatures. Each ambush, each escape, leaves its mark, influencing the tactics and behaviors of generations to come. In the end, the land itself is shaped by these encounters. The scars of struggle, the triumphs and losses all contribute to the ever-evolving story of Australia's wild heart, a place where every life is both hunter and hunted, and where the tactics of survival write the future of the wilderness. The goanna's feast is a vital link in the desert's intricate cycle of life. As it consumes the snake, energy is transferred, fueling the goanna's survival in this unforgiving environment. Nothing is wasted. Scavengers and the soil will benefit from any remains, ensuring the cycle continues. Death here is transformation, feeding new life and enriching the land with vital nutrients. The goanna's adaptability, hunting, scavenging, exploiting any food source, makes it a true survivor in this harsh landscape. Every creature, from the thorny devil to the goanna, is shaped by the relentless need to eat and avoid being eaten. The desert's brutal efficiency ensures only the most adaptable thrive, sculpting a world of survivors. Life and death are locked in a creative, eternal dance, each moment a testament to resilience and adaptation in the ever-changing desert environment. Across the vast and unforgiving landscapes of Australia, a remarkable cast of animals has evolved to become true icons of endurance. Each species, from the bounding kangaroo to the silent, watchful, wedge-tailed eagle, is a master of survival shaped by millennia of harsh climate, scarce water and unpredictable seasons. The kangaroo, Australia's iconic marsupial, is built for endurance and speed. Its powerful hind legs, supported by elastic tendons, store and release energy with every hop, allowing it to travel great distances while conserving energy. The kangaroo's muscular tail acts as a counterbalance and a fifth limb, providing stability and support as it bounds across the open plains. Similarly, the emu's long, sinewy legs enable it to cover vast distances in search of food and water, making it one of the world's most efficient walkers. Social living is another key adaptation. Kangaroos gather in mobs, where collective vigilance helps protect against predators and ensures access to resources. Emus, too, often travel in loose flocks, their keen eyesight and constant movement making them difficult targets for would-be hunters. Reproductive strategies are finely tuned to the environment. Kangaroo mothers give birth to tiny, underdeveloped joeys, which instinctively crawl into the safety of the pouch to continue growing as the mother moves and feeds. The echidna, another ancient survivor, lays a single leathery egg and shelters the hatchling, called a puggle, in a burrow, protecting it from the elements and predators. In times of drought, female kangaroos can pause the development of their embryos, waiting for rainfall and better conditions before resuming growth. The thorny devil lizard, meanwhile, has evolved to collect precious moisture from dew and rain, channeling it along grooves in its skin directly to its mouth, a vital adaptation in the arid heart of the continent. These strategies ensure that young are born only when their chances of survival are highest and that adults can persist through the toughest seasons. Social bonds and cooperation are vital. Kangaroos groom and shelter together, reinforcing group cohesion. Dingoes, Australia's apex land predators, rely on pack cooperation for hunting and raising pups, their adaptability allowing them to thrive in diverse habitats from deserts to forests. Endurance is not just physical but strategic. The wedge-tailed eagle, with its keen eyesight and soaring flight, covers hundreds of kilometers in search of prey, playing a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance by controlling populations of smaller animals. In the Australian outback, every leap, stride, and adaptation is a testament to survival. These icons of endurance are not only marvels of evolution, but vital threads in the fabric of their ecosystem, each one a living symbol of strength, strategy, and resilience in a land of extremes. In the wild heart of Australia, the kangaroo mob is a living tapestry of power, strategy, and survival. Each member plays a role in a complex social structure where dominance and cooperation intertwine. Within this group, the struggle for supremacy is constant, shaping every interaction and decision. Dominance is not simply inherited, it is earned through ritualized combat. Males, known as boomers, engage in fierce boxing matches, balancing on powerful tails and unleashing kicks and punches. These contests are not just displays of brute force, but calculated tests of strength, agility, and endurance. Each bout is a strategic dance where feints and timing can mean the difference between victory and defeat. The victor claims the title of dominant male, standing tall as both leader and guardian. His reign grants him exclusive breeding rights, ensuring his genes shape the next generation. But with this power comes responsibility. The boomer must remain vigilant, always ready to defend his position from ambitious challengers. When danger approaches, the mob relies on the boomer's courage and quick thinking. He stands his ground, confronting threats head-on, while the rest of the group escapes to safety. Sometimes strategy takes precedence over strength. Kangaroos may lure predators into water where their powerful legs give them an advantage, turning the tables on their pursuers. The cycle of challenge and contest never ends. Young males practice sparring, learning the tactics and techniques they will need to one day vie for dominance. These constant tests ensure that only the strongest, most adaptable individuals rise to the top, passing on their traits to future generations. Yet power in the mob is never absolute. The landscape shifts, rivals grow stronger, and the balance of leadership can change in an instant. The boomer's rule is always under threat, and the cycle of challenge, defeat, and resurgence is as old as the land itself. Survival depends not only on competition, but also on cooperation. The mob's strength lies in unity. Grooming, grazing, and moving together, they share information and protection. In this intricate society, power is both a prize and a burden, and every member's fate is woven into the fabric of the group. The dingo, Australia's apex land predator, is a true master of the silent hunt. Every movement is calculated, every step nearly soundless as they glide through the bush. Their lean bodies and padded feet allow them to move with remarkable stealth, barely disturbing the dry grass beneath them. Their senses are finely tuned for the hunt. Keen eyesight picks out the faintest movement, while their acute hearing detects the softest rustle of prey hidden in the undergrowth. Their powerful sense of smell guides them across vast distances, tracking even the faintest scent trails left behind by potential prey. Packs are led by an experienced alpha pair whose silent signals and body language coordinate the group's every move. They stalk through tall grass, blending seamlessly with the landscape, their golden coats providing perfect camouflage. Each dingo knows its role, moving with precision and discipline, communicating through subtle glances and postures rather than sound. Dingoes rely on extraordinary endurance, capable of pursuing prey for hours across open plains and tangled scrub. Their stamina is unmatched, wearing down even the swiftest kangaroo or wallaby over long distances. The pack's relentless pursuit is a test of both speed and patience as they drive their quarry to exhaustion. When the moment is right, the pack isolates the weakest or slowest animal, surrounding it with silent efficiency. Their cooperation is flawless. Each dingo anticipates the other's moves, closing in with relentless focus. Success depends on their ability to work as one, using strategy and teamwork to bring down prey much larger than themselves. Raising pups is a communal effort. Every member of the pack helps protect, feed, and nurture the young, ensuring the next generation learns the ways of the silent hunt. The den is a place of safety and learning, where pups are cared for with patience and vigilance. Dingoes teach their cubs essential survival skills from an early age. Through observation and imitation, the young learn to move quietly, to listen and watch, to sense the world as a hunter does. Play becomes practice as pups hone the instincts and techniques that will one day make them masters of the hunt. Even alone, a dingo is a formidable survivor. Solitary dingoes adapt to harsh deserts and dense forests, using their intelligence and stealth to scavenge or hunt small prey. Their ability to read the land and remain unseen allows them to thrive in the most challenging environments. As top predators, dingoes play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. By keeping herbivore populations in check, they prevent overgrazing and help sustain the delicate web of life in Australia's wild places. Their intelligence, adaptability, and finely honed senses make dingoes vital to the health of their environment. Whether navigating rocky outcrops, dense forests, or arid deserts, they are always alert, always learning, always ready for the next hunt. The dingo story is one of survival through unity, cunning, and the silent mastery of the hunt, a legacy written in the wild heart of Australia. In the wild heart of Australia, adaptation is not just a trait, it is the ultimate force shaping every living creature. From the sun-soaked scales of lizards, like the bearded dragon and the frilled neck lizard, to the cryptic camouflage of the parenti, survival depends on ingenious responses to relentless challenges. Kangaroos, with their powerful legs and energy-saving hops, have evolved to traverse vast arid plains, while wallabies slip through dense bush, each movement a testament to evolutionary innovation. The echidna's spines and the platypus's bill are the results of millions of years of isolation, producing creatures found nowhere else. The numbat, with its long tongue, specializes in feasting on termites, thriving where others cannot. Predators and prey are locked in an endless dance. Wedge-tailed eagles scan the horizon, while agile marsupials rely on speed and vigilance. Each adaptation, from keen eyesight to cryptic coloration, tips the balance of survival. Social structures emerge as powerful tools. Kangaroo mobs and emu flocks offer safety in numbers, while cockatoos communicate warnings through raucous calls, each group adapting together to outwit danger. Dingo packs, with their intricate cooperation and strategy, demonstrate that survival is not just about strength, but about unity and learning. Skills passed down through generations. Dominance, cooperation, and strategy are woven into the fabric of life. Sugar gliders leap through darkness. Possums forage under cover of night, each exploiting a unique ecological niche. Australia's wildlife is a living testament to resilience and ingenuity. Koalas cling to swaying branches, wombats carve out cool refuges underground, and bandicoots sniff out hidden meals, all shaped by the demands of their environment. Everyday ancient cycles continue. Thorny devils harvest dew from their skin, goannas feast on unsuspecting prey, joeys grow in the safety of pouches, and bilbies and quokkas emerge at dusk to forage. These moments are threads in a vast, interconnected story. Rivers carve lifelines through desert, wetlands burst with life after rain, and flocks of birds migrate across the continent, linking distant habitats. Here, survival is a celebration of evolution's endless creativity. Rainbow lorikeets dazzle with color, lyrebirds mimic the sounds of the forest, each adaptation a masterpiece of natural selection. On this sunburnt continent, life endures, adaptable, fierce, and forever changing. Every creature, every adaptation is a chapter in the ongoing story of evolution, where only the most ingenious survive and thrive. As the sun dips below the horizon, a transformation sweeps across the Australian landscape. Shadows deepen, and the harsh glare of day gives way to a world cloaked in darkness, a world alive with secret rhythms and silent movement. Here, in the cool embrace of night, Australia's most elusive creatures emerge, each perfectly attuned to life after dusk. Beneath the cover of eucalyptus canopies, gliding silhouettes drift between the trees. Sugar gliders unfurl the delicate membranes between their limbs, launching themselves from branch to branch in silent arcs, their large, glossy eyes reflecting the faintest traces of moonlight. Above, the haunting calls of tawny frogmouths echo, their mottled feathers rendering them invisible against rough bark. With slow, deliberate movements, they scan for beetles and moths, capitalizing on the abundance of night-flying insects. On the forest floor, bandicoots and bilbies awaken. Sensitive noses twitch and tiny claws dig, unearthing insects and tubers hidden beneath the soil. Every movement is cautious, every sound measured. Predators and prey alike rely on acute hearing and scent to navigate the darkness. The greater glider, with its plush fur and elongated tail, climbs high into the treetops, feasting on tender leaves that shimmer silver in the starlight. Across the arid plains, the silence is broken by the soft patter of nocturnal hunters. The marsupial mole, blind and golden-furred, tunnels just beneath the sand, sensing vibrations with remarkable precision. Elsewhere, the ghostly shape of a night parrot flits low over spinifex grass, its green plumage barely visible in the pale glow of the moon. In the wetlands, frogs chorus in harmonious waves, signaling to potential mates while remaining alert for hunting snakes and owls. Water rats slip through reeds, their whiskers detecting ripples from unsuspecting prey. Bats spiral overhead, weaving intricate patterns as they hunt for insects with echolocation, each click and flutter a testament to the mastery of night flight. The nocturnal world is a tapestry of subtle interactions. Predators like quolls stalk quietly, their spotted coats blending into the dappled shadows. Possums forage for fruit and blossoms, leaving only the faintest rustle as evidence of their passing. Microhabitats come alive, from the undergrowth where spiders weave silken traps, to the treetops where gliders and possums cross invisible highways. In this realm, survival depends on adaptation to darkness. Enhanced vision, acute hearing, and silent movement are the keys to success. Competition and cooperation play out in hushed tones as each species claims its place in the intricate web of nocturnal life. Night after night this hidden world thrives, an ever-changing theatre of instinct and adaptation, where the absence of daylight reveals a vibrant, unseen side of Australia's wild heart. Here, in the cool, mysterious hours, the story of survival continues, written in shadow and silence. In the heart of Australia's wilderness, survival often hinges on the ability to vanish in plain sight. This is the art of camouflage, a silent contest between predator and prey, refined over millennia. Here, adaptation is not just about strength or speed, but about blending seamlessly into the landscape, becoming part of the sun-baked earth, the tangled foliage, or the shifting sands. Among the twisted branches of eucalyptus trees, the leaf-tailed gecko rests motionless. Its mottled skin mirrors the bark so perfectly that even the sharpest eyes might overlook its presence. Every contour, every speckle is an evolutionary masterpiece, nature's own illusionist at work. On the forest floor, the tawny frogmouth relies on stillness and disguise, with feathers streaked in greys and browns. It perches upright on a broken limb, masquerading as a jagged stump. Only the faint glint of its golden eyes betrays its true identity, waiting patiently for insects to stray within reach. In the arid outback, the thorny devil lizard is another marvel of deception. Its spiky body mimics the texture and colour of sun-cracked soil, while irregular movements mimic the flicker of wind-blown debris. Predators searching for an easy meal are fooled by this living sculpture, giving the thorny devil precious moments to escape. Elsewhere, the leaf insect sways gently with the breeze, its body shaped and coloured like the eucalyptus leaves it calls home. Even the soft shadows cast by moonlight can't reveal its secret, as it becomes nearly invisible to both predator and prey. Camouflage is not limited to the land. In shallow waters, the flathead fish buries itself in sandy riverbeds, eyes just above the grains. Its mottled scales match the river's shifting hues, allowing it to ambush passing prey or elude keen-eyed hunters. From the forest to the deserts, Australia's creatures have mastered the art of invisibility. Every pattern, every shade serves a purpose, confusing, distracting, and protecting. Through camouflage, these animals are sculpted by their environment, constantly adapting to the challenges of their wild, unpredictable home. In this silent duel of perception and deception, only the most skillful survive. The landscape becomes a living puzzle, its answers hidden in plain sight. Here, the art of camouflage is both a shield and a strategy, a testament to evolution's endless creativity and a reminder that in Australia's wild heart, the unseen often holds the key to survival. In the relentless heart of Australia's deserts, water is more precious than gold. Every drop can mean the difference between life and death, and the quest for hydration shapes the fate of all who dwell here. This is a world where the struggle for water has sculpted not only the land, but the very bodies and behaviours of its wild inhabitants. Beneath the scorching sun, the mighty red kangaroo conserves moisture with remarkable efficiency. Its kidneys filter waste with minimal water loss, and it feeds at dawn and dusk when dew coats the sparse grasses, each blade licked clean before the sun's heat steals the moisture away. Even its hopping gait minimizes energy and water use, a silent testament to evolutionary ingenuity. Closer to the ground, the spiny anteater, or echidna, relies on hidden reserves. It burrows deep into the cool earth, emerging only when the air is thick with humidity or after a rare rainfall. Rainwater pools in the grooves of its spines, offering precious sips in a parched world. The sand goanna, sleek and alert, has adapted to seek out subterranean springs and feast on juicy insects that carry the water it needs. Its tongue flicks through the dust, tasting the air for any sign of moisture, while its body stores reserves during lean times. Some creatures, like the water-holding frog, take extraordinary measures. During the dry season, it encases itself underground, cocooned in a membrane that locks in moisture. Dormant for months, it awaits the arrival of rain, then emerges to drink deeply and breed in the fleeting pools that form after a storm. The struggle for water shapes every interaction, every movement. Predators and prey alike are drawn to the same shrinking billabongs, where brief truces are called at dawn and dusk. Here life converges in a delicate balance, each sip echoing across the ecosystem. The plants, too, play their part. Roots burrowing deep, leaves waxy and tough, all to capture and conserve the rarest resource. In Australia's wild interior, water is the silent architect of existence. Its scarcity drives adaptation, forges resilience, and weaves every living thing into a vast, interconnected web. In the dance for survival, those who master the secrets of hydration endure, while others fade into the dust. The desert may seem empty, but in truth it is alive with the ceaseless search for water, a struggle as old as the land itself. In the vast expanse of the Australian outback, every creature, from the tiniest insect to the apex predator, plays a vital role in the intricate tapestry of life. Here, survival is not a solitary struggle, but a delicate dance where each step echoes through the ecosystem. This is the circle of life, a web of connections, both seen and unseen, that binds the wild inhabitants of this ancient land. As dawn breaks, a chorus of insects emerges, feeding on the hardy desert plants that have adapted to the harsh climate. These insects, in turn, become prey for the nimble sand goanna, whose lightning-fast tongue snaps up those who stray too far from cover. Overhead, a wedge-tailed eagle soars, its keen eyes scanning for movement below, ready to swoop down on an unsuspecting rabbit or even a young kangaroo. The red kangaroo, a giant among grazers, shapes the land as it feeds on tough grasses and shrubs. Its presence draws predators like the dingo, whose cunning packs stalk the margins of the mob, testing the weak and unwary. When a dingo claims its prize, nothing is wasted. Scavengers like the wedge-tailed eagle and the crafty crow quickly descend, ensuring that every morsel is returned to the land. Beneath the surface, the echidna hunts for ants and termites, keeping their populations in check and aerating the soil with each burrow. Even the smallest creatures have their part to play. Tiny spiders and beetles break down plant and animal remains, returning nutrients to the earth and nourishing the next generation of hardy flora. Every link in this chain is essential. When rains finally come, frogs emerge from their deep slumber to feast and breed, providing food for snakes and birds. The balance is delicate. A single shift can ripple across the web, altering the fate of many. In this world without humans, nature reigns supreme. Predator and prey, hunter and hunted, all are bound together by the relentless rhythm of the outback. Here, life and death are not opposites, but partners in a cycle that has turned for millions of years. The circle of life is never-ending, a testament to the power and beauty of nature's design. In the heart of the Australian outback, survival is not only a matter of predators and prey, but also of enduring the land's most unforgiving moods. Here, animals face a relentless cycle of extremes, from blistering heat waves to sudden, drenching downpours. Their ability to adapt is the true hallmark of resilience. As the midday sun scorches the earth, temperatures soar beyond 45 degrees Celsius. The thorny devil lizard, clad in spiky armor, slows its movements to conserve energy, while its unique skin channels precious dew straight to its mouth. Nearby, the burrowing frog disappears underground, encased in a cocoon of its own skin, waiting out months of drought in a state of suspended animation. When the sky finally darkens with storm clouds, a new challenge arises. Flash floods sweep across the landscape, transforming dry riverbeds into torrents. Desert fish, like the spangled perch, appear seemingly from nowhere, their eggs having lain dormant in the cracked mud for years, now hatching in the sudden rush of water. For the red kangaroo, adaptation is a daily ritual. Its powerful legs carry it across vast distances in search of the last green shoot, while its body conserves water by producing highly concentrated urine. Above, the budgerigar flock scents the coming rains, migrating hundreds of kilometers to follow the shifting storms, and the brief explosion of life they bring. Even the smallest survivors have mastered the art of endurance. The tiny spinifex hopping mouse emerges only at night, avoiding the searing heat, and can survive without ever drinking free water, extracting every drop from the seeds it eats. Through searing droughts, raging fires, and sudden floods, Australia's wild inhabitants endure. Each has evolved a unique strategy, honed over millennia, to not just survive but thrive in a land of constant extremes. In this realm, adaptation is not a choice, but a way of life, a testament to the extraordinary power of nature's ingenuity. Beneath the scorching sands and tangled scrub of Australia's wild interior, a hidden world thrives, one ruled not by tooth and claw, but by countless legs, glistening wings, and armoured exoskeletons. Invertebrates, from industrious ants to agile spiders, form the silent backbone of the outback's ecosystem. Here, the leafcutter ant is a tireless architect, carving intricate tunnels below ground, aerating the soil and recycling nutrients with every movement. On the surface, the dazzling jewel beetle shimmers in the sunlight, its metallic shell a shield against both predators and the relentless heat. As dusk falls, wolf spiders emerge from their sandy burrows, their keen senses attuned to the faintest tremor. They hunt in silence, relying on speed and stealth rather than webs. Elsewhere, the net-casting spider weaves a silken net, lying in wait until the perfect moment to ensnare an unsuspecting insect. In the cool shade of acacia trees, the spiny stick insect blends seamlessly with twigs and leaves, its body a masterstroke of camouflage. Nearby, the bold honeypot ant stores precious nectar within the swollen abdomens of its workers, creating a living reservoir for the colony during times of drought. Even in the driest corners, termites engineer vast mounds, their labyrinthine structures regulating temperature and humidity for the colony within. These silent builders break down tough plant matter, turning dead wood into fertile soil and supporting the cycle of life. Each invertebrate, no matter how small, plays a vital role, pollinating wildflowers, decomposing organic matter, and providing food for birds, reptiles, and mammals. Their survival strategies are as varied as the landscape itself: mimicry, venom, rapid reproduction, and extraordinary resilience. In this miniature world, every day is a battle for survival, yet together these tiny titans sustain the life of the outback. Their secrets, hidden in plain sight, remind us that strength and adaptation come in many forms, and sometimes the greatest dramas unfold on the smallest stage.